guys, Sarah here. Thanks for coming back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. Today I am in the 2018 Toyota Sequoia. It is actually the TRD Sport Edition, which is a new in for one of the models for the Sequoia. They've actually had the same generation of the Sequoia since 2008, so there's not a lot that has changed. Actually, this year they did a big refresh. I'm ready for the next generation to see kind of what really is going to happen in here. But anyways, let's do interior, exterior, all of that, and we can talk more about the car. So looking at the exterior of this vehicle, I mean, it is relatively basic and classic with the Sequoia. Again, we're going on 10 plus years now of this one. So not really too much has changed. I do love the headlights, the LEDs right in there. It's really nice that just little additions they add on there. Again, this is the TRD Pro, so it does have a little bit more badging on there as well, which I'll show you some more in a minute. But you can see the roof racks, all of that, everything's just going on. I mean, is put it side by side with an older model. I might do that actually right now, so you can kind of see just the difference. It hasn't really changed too much, but there's a lot of room, a lot of stuff. So let's check out the back of this puppy. Now opening it up, you just kind of push the button. The gate opens and you can see there is a lot of room. I mean, pretty basic. There is a 12 volt over on this side. On the left side is actually nice. So the seats, you have the power buttons to move them up or down. So you don't have to like be pulling things and moving them around, which actually a lot of vehicles don't have. So even though it's not the newest looking car, it still has some nice features in there for it. You do have a lot of storage space. So with all the seats up, you have like 18.9 cubic feet. With the two seats down, it's 66.6. And with all the back rows down, it's 120.1. So you can really get some stuff back there. And you can see under in the back, there's another little storage area as well. So it's kind of nice to have little things in there to store. And a nice thing is it's so easy to open and get to. And then on the side as well, you can pull that open, a little bit more storage over there for some little things. And yeah, being able to actually get to the storage is such a big deal. And there's grocery hooks in there too, which is really nice. And then to close it, you pull the lever, which is not the best, but what can you really do? Now sitting inside, so I'm in the second row, I have so much room. I'm 5'5" with tons of room. You can see there's AC over here. You have the 12 volt there. It would be nice to add like a USB ports in there as well. Hopefully with the refresh, they can do that with a little storage too. And now looking in the back seats, you can kind of see how much room there is, which honestly is nice. The seats really aren't too bad for being so basic. I do like the two-tone stitching. Now let me get back here. You can see hopping back, there are cup holders back here, which are nice. A little storage area on the side, and that's where you can adjust the seats as well from the front. So you don't have to be in the back to be moving the seats and everything. And you can see, yep, storage space. So it's like a few inches to put some stuff in there. And now looking how I fit, I have room. I have cousins who are a lot taller than me, around like 6 feet, and they fit pretty much just fine. So you can have adults. This is great too for like teenage boys. You can just shove everyone in there if you have like a soccer team or whatever. So again, we just have the key, basic Toyota key. Lock. But I love the TRD Sport just on the running board. Sequoia TRD Sport. Toyota really is good at putting what you have all over. You can see just inside, there's a great little moonroof. There's about 1 million cup holders. There's actually 18 cup holders in here. Nice sounding door. We have all the instrument panels, everything across, AC, all of that, 4-wheel drive, traction control, parking assist, auto windows, which actually puts the back one down a little bit, rear mirrors, lights, all of that. And this is so cool. There's just so many compartments in here. We have this one. We open this up, and there's 1 million compartments. You can actually also put like file folders. So if you have a job where you hang file folders, it's here. This is huge. There's another 12 volt in here, along with 2 up there, USB auxiliary, all of that. And these do have heated seats here with this package. Close that up. Open this. It's a nice size glove box over here. Of course, the door. And I love like the seats on this too with the leather. You do have the contrasting stitching all the way back. This one, you can actually only get 7 seats in this version. A lot, you can get a bunch seat across, but this one only has the 2 caption chairs and all that. Oh yeah, and on both doors too, another compartment. So let's turn her on. Okay, turn her on, let's see. So if you have your speed, your tachometer, everything right here gives you all the information, and then you just use this button to just kind of cycle through everything. Your time and total rest, tank average. So 14.5 mpg this is actually not so bad. You have your trip time, all of that. Compass, your music, your lane keeping assist, any messages. You can do all your settings and everything on here. That's it. I like to just have my mileage on here and the range if that's an option. It's nice and easy. And then over here, of course, you have Sirius XM. You have your little app suite in here, so any of those fun things you need, which is great. And yes. So I know it is actually pretty nice. So this does have the TRD Sport package, as you saw. So the leather seats that are super nice, a lot of extra things, so we can take it on the road. It does have a 5.7 liter V8 engine, but in that you get very low gas mileage. It's about 13 in the city and 17 on the highway. As you see, I'm at what, 14 something, so it's not actually as bad. But put it in drive. I love Toyota, Lexus, just the whole look of the shifter. It's nice, it's easy. You move it so you don't have to like be looking when you're moving around and doing things, which is pretty nice. So yeah, anyways, let's get on the road. So I do have to say, this feels like a truck. It feels, if you saw my video on the Tundra, it's basically the exact same thing. They both got refreshed in 2008, not even a 20 something, so 2008. So Tundra also had a bigger refresh as well, waiting for them to do something new. I'm sure once they do that, they'll get better gas mileage and all that stuff, change up the engine a little bit, see how all that goes. But for driving around town, it is not as bad as I was expecting. You do have a little bit of get up and go if you're getting on the highway. It is a lot bigger, a lot bulkier, and with the pre-sense like braking assist, which is pretty funny. In my neighborhood, it's basically you can have like 3 cars across, but being in Texas, there's a lot of trucks, so having like a truck in a truck, I kind of like get over and snake through the neighborhood. But with that, I will typically get the pre-sense braking to go off saying I'm gonna hit someone, which now I'm like used to it, but when it first happened, I got a little nervous. But anyway, so fun fact, which is fine. One thing that Toyota has for their lane departure, it doesn't work below like 32 miles an hour, which for me, that's kind of not the best. I like to use it when I'm like going through traffic, doing all that stuff. I have it on my Mercedes, and a lot of press cars I have actually have it as well. So that's so nice to have when you're going slow, so you don't have to really pay attention. But here it'll just shut off eventually, so I'll probably show you at some point. So I actually had it for 4th of July, taking it on the highway, and it was so good. I got it up to like 100 miles an hour, just cruising, no problem. It stayed at like 80, not a problem. Taking it out on the highway, it's really comfortable once you're getting up there. It does give a little, you have to prime it just a little bit if you're like squeezing between some cars, but besides that, it's nice and easy. And again, this does come in either the 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive option. I can't imagine anyone getting 2-wheel over the 4-wheel, but if that's you, that's fine, floats your boat, whatever. But you just kind of use the pickup now. But yeah, for me personally, if I ever have a choice between 2 and 4-wheel, unless it's like a sport car I'm going to take on the track, always go for 4. You never know what's going to happen. I took it out actually earlier today, and it just started pouring out of nowhere, so having just the full stability on the ground was really helpful. Just pop it on over and be completely fine. So what I think about this SUV, it's not that bad. I actually learned to drive on a very old Suburban, like a 96 Suburban. So driving this around actually feels a lot smaller, which is funny compared to a lot of people where it's a big truck, but it's great for towing. My aunt and uncle actually had one that they used to tow their boat with. They don't anymore because now their boat lives in the water. But anyways, this thing is nice for basically anyone. If you're toting a lot of stuff, towing around anything, I mean, that's 7,100 pounds. You can do a lot with. So really great. And then you can load up the vehicle with the kids, with family, with who knows what. Like, I've loaded up in the Sequoia with the boat and all the things, and you can just fill it up and be good. You have all that cargo space that I talked about earlier, so it's great. So would I buy this vehicle? When I have kids, I probably would definitely consider it. I don't really tow, so I might not get something with all that towing. I don't know personally, but I really do like it. It's been really nice and fun to drive around. Again, it's a lot bigger than I'm used to, so, and driving through the smaller roads of my neighborhood has been a little bit off, but that's totally fine. I would like to have some cooled seats in here if possible, since it is summer, and well, right now it's nice and kind of stormy, so it's 77, but when it's like 100, cooled seats would be a great addition to Toyota. Get that down. Hopefully once I do the big next generation, that will be added in there as well. So I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything down below. If you have a Sequoia, let me know which model you get. And it's starting to rain again. And I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.